All right, guys, welcome. Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into this. Happy Thursday, guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. The week's almost over. If you work Monday through Friday, then your week is almost done with. But you know what's never done with? Crypto. So let's just jump right into this. All right, so we're seeing a nice little move today. Bitcoin broke some good spots today. Right now, sitting at around 68,400. Today, we did top out so far at around 68,800. Looking absolutely fantastic. If you guys remember yesterday we did cover in the stream how obviously we were tracing down, but I told you guys the fact that we bounced off of this trend line, I mean this beautiful top of the channel and basically a trend line right here, was very bullish, right? And you can see yesterday I was a little bit bearish, I think a little bit over bearish, right? But I was just trying to pre-warn you guys because I still do think in these next week or two we're going to kind of have some big fluctuations in the market is what I'm getting to, right? But for right now, we'll cover today, right now at the split minute, and it looks like we're doing absolutely great. Like I said, we bounced off the top of this trend line, and you guys can see a beautiful V-shape recovery. This trend line, basically the top of this channel, right? And let me pull up the daily real quick so you can get a gist of what we got here. So for this chart particularly, you guys can see we have this beautiful bull flag that we've basically been trying to play out since March, right? Since we made our all-time highs, you can see we've been trending around in this trend line. Well, I made channels instead of just having we've been descending in this channel bull flag. I made these channel lines instead of doing trend lines particularly, because you can see we were breaking down into these channels, right? You can see obviously we broke down that one time below, which would have been a beautiful spot to accumulate or open up a long, obviously, right? And you can see the top of the channels, which historically speaking, most of the time were good spots to open up shorts, right? Well, not this time particularly, right? Because you can see we obviously blew past this channel and we bounced on top of the channel. And this is what I was pointing out yesterday, which was very, very bullish. And you guys can see, obviously, us looking absolutely fantastic. So hopefully we can hold support at around the 68K level. Then the next level is going to be that 69,000 that we definitely need to break. And I'll pull up the other chart here for our trend lines. And I remember pretty much calling this, right, guys? I told you we're most likely going to trend in this channel. And look exactly what we're doing, right? We did break out of the channel briefly, but we came right back into this channel. I told you guys, Bitcoin likes to stay in channels. It's how it works for the most part, right? As long as we're not seeing these dramatic drops or these dramatic, parabolic moves, it usually will trend in a channel before it makes some kind of a move. And that's exactly what we've been seeing, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now, right? So we've jumped into this channel, and I called it. I said, listen, we're most likely going to stay in this area, 66.4 being the bottom, and 69 being the top. Yes, we did break above briefly, and we did break below briefly, right? But you can see that we, as far as candles, have been sticking to this channel, respecting it. And I'm expecting us to necessarily stay in this unless something crazy happens, right? So if you guys are mapping this at home, 66.4 is going to be the bottom of the channel. 69,000 is going to be the top for now for Bitcoin. So definitely not looking bad at all. You can see for the most of the market today, looking decent. We have a lot of green around. We have some big players actually that have made some big moves, and we're going to cover a big story on one of these particular meme coins that I have on my thumbnail today. But one thing I wanted to cover, holy crap, Solana has been freaking ripping, dude. Look at this beautiful, beautiful chart for Solana. She has been absolutely ripping. She's been ripping so hard, right, that we haven't been in these areas, in some time, that I haven't even gone through and made any support or resistance levels, right? I haven't had to. I've been we haven't broke above 170. It's been a little while, and I mean break above and actually be above and stay there for a little while. It's been a little while, so you can see, my gosh, I mean, Solana right now, 178, absolutely ripping. And, obviously NFK is doing really well as well, like I've been telling you guys. Pretty much, if you have a project on Solana today, as long as you're not seeing massive sell-offs, you're doing pretty well today, right? You're doing pretty well. So definitely looking good. Solana today. Remember, we covered a couple articles in the last few weeks about Solana versus Ethereum. Solana, for right now, has been absolutely dominating. I actually want to pull up real quick. We're going to come back to the Fear and Greed Index, but I want to pull up Solana's chart. And I always just use coin market cap for this, and then we're going to actually compare it with Ethereum. Look at this. This is in the last day. Let's just look at the last month. Look at these charts. The orange or red, whatever you want to call that, is going to be Ethereum, and the blue obviously is going to be Solana. Look at these different charts, bro. They're going opposite ways right now. Isn't that crazy? Two things. I want Solana to absolutely kill it, but I don't want Ethereum. I don't want something to happen to Ethereum. I really don't. We need Ethereum. I'm telling you right now, I don't think you guys understand how important Ethereum is to the market. We definitely need Ethereum, so I don't want to see Ethereum just start like falling off the face of the earth or anything like that. I know it would be, beneficial for Solana particularly, but I don't think people really understand how much Ethereum brings to the markets, right? Obviously, it's been around for almost as long as Bitcoin, almost, right? But it's been the number two altcoin, or number two project, number one altcoin in the whole market for since crypto's been crypto, and it's brought so much so much to the markets as far as just layer one, DeFi and just everything like that. I just really don't want anything to happen to Ethereum as of right now. I don't know if it's just because I have, an emotional bond to it, just because this was like my number two project that I made a lot of money off when I first started crypto back in the day. I don't know what it is, but like I said, I'm happy that Solana's absolutely ripping, but at the same time, I want to see Ethereum, start picking up the pace a little bit and being Ethereum, right? So, but I wanted to just show you guys this real quick and just, sorry, everything's going crazy around me. I wanted to just show you guys this, show you the comparison of Solana and Ethereum right now. Absolutely ripping. Going to the crypto bubbles. Look at this, guys. Yesterday we were pretty much in the red. Today we are pretty much in the green. Absolutely killing it today. A lot of meme coins are doing really well. We're going to cover a particular meme coin, Mew, right here. We're going to cover this because if you guys have noticed, Mew's up 26% today, but Mew's up, I think, 100% in the last week, if not the last month, but absolutely been ripping. But Mew just got listed on an exchange, and this thing is ripping. So we're going to cover this here in a second. But looking across the board, everything looks to be doing good. Just like I think how to said speedy recovery, I'd say that across the whole chart, right? It looks like everything's starting to, not that we retraced a lot, but you see red days, and it's good to see, following nice green days, basically a nice even, we had a little bit of a recovery. Now we're seeing the fast recovery, the following day. So just showing you that the confidence in the market is still there, right? And we're going nowhere. And like I was telling you guys like 2 days ago when Bitcoin was at 66K, I was like, bro, listen, Bitcoin's at $66,000. Like, I know it seems like you're like, oh man, just because we were just at 69, bro, we're at 66K, dude. We're not far from all-time highs, right? I understand if we were sitting down in the 40s, I'd be like, all right, it's hard to kind of spin this one, but let me jump in the chat real quick. Troy, what's going on, bro? NFK to the moon. Ricky said, what the heck is going on? TJ, what's going on, bro? MeX, how to, what's going on, bro? Ricky said on the 28th, we'll be on a different channel. Bro, what am I missing on the 28th? You keep telling me what's going on the 28th. Larry said NFK on another galaxy and beyond. Hell yeah. Bad thing is I used to be able to get 9 Solana for, I used to get 9 Sol for my NFK. Now I can only get 2.5. Oh, you'll be there. Don't worry. We'll get back up there. Flip, what's going on? Khalil. I can't even read what you said there, bro. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Me too, bro. Me too. All right, so let's jump in on a couple things here. So what I was talking about, fear and greed index, we are slightly trickling down. I'm imagining, because this is lag, right, that we're probably going to be moving back up towards, still in neutral, but a little bit closer up towards that greed level, most likely. Obviously, this is based off of yesterday's charts, and yesterday, we were down. Dominance, 57.79. This is basically the highest Bitcoin's dominance has been during this cycle, if I'm not mistaken. This is the highest we've been, right? So Bitcoin's dominance has taken off again. Perfectly fine. We'll let it happen, like I said, guys. And in the long term, even short term, we want to see Bitcoin's dominance rise short term, right? Because we want to see Bitcoin do its thing. Bitcoin's going to bring the confidence in the market, and then eventually all that profits, all that money, not all of it, but a lot of the profits, a lot of money is going to flow over into the alts, particularly into meme coins is what I'm predicting for this round. So definitely not a bad thing for right now. Ricky, what the hell is going on the 28th, bro? I'm kind of curious. You've been saying it for a while. You probably already told me. He said we're going to be on another channel. Where the hell y'all going, bro? Where are you guys going? So why is Mew... Look at NFK. NFK is absolutely killing it. Nice little... It almost looks like a W pattern for right now. Looks like almost a W pattern for right now. So not looking too bad. $60,000 market cap. We're getting up there, guys. Slowly but surely. Old said at a garage right now. Just needed to stop by and slap the like and say hi. Later, everyone. I appreciate that, bro. Ricky said you said we are trading in a channel. Yeah, we're trading in a channel, but what the hell does the 28th have to do with it? What am I missing, bro? What's coming up on the 28th? You keep saying the 28th. November 28th. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying October 28th, right? Explosion. All right. Ricky's calling for that 28th explosion. I'll take it. I will take it. So let's jump in. Oh, yeah. I wanted to look at DeFi real quick. Is my Roaring Kitty people here? Feel like they've been coming here daily now. Roaring Kitty. If you guys remember, we talked about this. This is an Ethereum project. Definitely not looking bad today. Up 28%. Nice little rebound. What's Ethereum looking like today? Ethereum really hasn't rebounded. That's crazy. That is crazy. I was expecting to see Ethereum like kind of at least do some kind of a slight rebound. From yesterday, it really has not rebounded, guys. I'm starting to get a little worried about Ethereum, to be honest. Starting to get a little worried. But looks like this project that they've been talking about, not looking bad. It's coming up on the trend line. Literally coming up on this trend. Oh, look at this. I didn't even realize it made all-time highs. Let's fix this chart real quick. This actually hit all-time highs. That's crazy. You can see they ran up, dropped down, found some support in between the 236 and the 382, and then look at this, ran up to make all-time highs, and then you can see it's profit taken, but it's hovering around the the trend line. So Ricky said that altcoins will go crazy when Ethereum takes off. That's what obviously that's always been the scenario, right? Ethereum starts taking off, alts usually follow behind. I'm getting a little worried because Ethereum really has been lagging behind the market recently. I mean, literally, not just Solana, but just lagging compared to even Bitcoin. Let's pull up Bitcoin's chart real quick. I want to see something. And let's compare Ethereum to Bitcoin in the last year. I mean, they're similar, but you can see how they just literally run together, right? They run together. Look at this breakaway we've had since about August of this year. Look at the breakaway Ethereum and Bitcoin have had. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, honestly, in my opinion. It really is. It's a little nerve-wracking because usually we tend to think and see that when Ethereum takes off, particularly above 4K, right, alts start going absolutely parabolic, and it's usually a big sign of us getting into altcoin season. Well, Ethereum has been going the opposite way while the rest of the market's been moving up. So it's a little bit odd, in my opinion, but we'll have to just keep monitoring and see how this flows. So, but Roaring Kitty not looking bad at all. Who caught this today? I know I did. Bro, who caught this today? I pointed this out. Yesterday, I gave the sauce to the members stream on Monday, right? And you guys can see this thing has been having these crazy swings. And I keep telling you guys, my buy zone, this is me, my buy zone has been around this 95. Well, today, I broke out. And I was like, you know what? This thing is consolidating again. I'll throw some money at it, right? Threw some money at it. Look at this explosion in price today. This thing shot up from pretty much where I bought in, up 112%. And I'm talking about within an hour, it shot up 100 and something percent, right? So it's been fast movements towards the up and coming back down, right? Now, I didn't catch the actual top. I don't remember where I sold because it was just moving so fast. But I did jump up. I think it was like at least 30-40% before I sold off. Obviously didn't catch that full 100%. A little upset, but at the same time, I've been catching these swings every freaking day, right? So waiting for it to kind of see if it's going to come back down. This is going to be, in my opinion, a long-term play eventually, right? Because I keep telling you guys, the fact that this project, this is RTR on Solana, the fact that the market cap is roughly around $10-11 million, but it has $4 million in liquidity, that's almost 40%, or what is that? That's basically like almost a 1 to 2.5 ratio compared to liquidity and market cap. Mostly, you're not going to find that. You know, you're not going to find a project that has 40% of its market cap in straight liquidity. When you see a lot of these projects, especially multi-million-dollar projects, you're going to see them. There'll be a $100 million market cap, and they'll only have $1 million in liquidity, right? It'll be like around 1%. This project has close to 30 to 40% of its liquidity per market cap. That's in my opinion, that's solid, right? And then on top of that, there's around about $1 billion in circulating supply. You know, so I mean, if this thing was, hypothetically speaking, if you're able to catch this thing below a penny, you know, and accumulate, if this thing even runs up to $500 million, $500 million, you're talking about 50 cents. You're talking about some solid profits here, 50x easy off of this project. So I'm not saying that's going to for sure happen or anything like that, but this has been a play that I pointed out to the members on Monday, right? I told you guys about it, I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, or the day before, because this thing's been running for a little while, right? And, you know, me personally, I've been making money off of this. So, yes, Ricky, it's on Solana. Do not start buying this and pumping the damn price up. I needed to come down, all right, buddy? I was a little hesitant to bring it up to Ricky's attention again, because this guy will throw $100,000 in there, and freaking the damn project's going to go crazy. So take it easy, all right? Let's coordinate. Hit me up on the Discord. We'll coordinate when we're going to jump in together, all right? Because Ricky's going to come in there. You're going to see a freaking buy-in of like 75K. Watch. I'm like, damn it, Ricky. Someone bought in earlier, bro. They were throwing like, yeah, I know. You still have some vacation funds. Take it easy, all right? Some of these, I mean, the buy-ins that were coming in earlier were like $50,000, $75,000 buy-ins, like absolutely insane. But what must come up, or what comes up must come down, right? And I always tell you guys, especially when something like this in an hour runs up 100%, take advantage of it, secure the bag, or other people are going to do that, right? You're going to see 100%, in profits. People are going to freaking run with the bag easily. So that's exactly what we saw. So I'm just waiting to see if we're going to jump back down. Next, really support level we do have is probably around that 11 mark, but I'm waiting for it to get around the penny or below the penny. In my opinion, I feel like that's a solid buy-in. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, another project that's killing it today, we talked about this, Mew. Mew's up. Disregard this SPX. But the Mew's up 114% as of today for the month, right? And you can tell something's going on. So Mew explodes to new all-time highs after Bitstamp's listing. So Cat in a Dog's World, the cat theme meme coin on Solana rose sharply to hit new all-time highs on October the 24th. With meme coins surging over the past few days, Cat in a Dog's World added to recent gains with the spike to about 1.1 cents, marking its all-time high. The token recorded a 24-hour volume of over 474 million, representing 177% increase at the time of this writing. Mu's price, meanwhile, traded around 1.1 penny, with buyers up 26% in the past 24 hours, pushing the meme coin's market cap to over $990 million. According to the Crypto.com or Crypto.news market data, Cat in the Dog's World ranked as the 83rd largest cryptocurrency by market cap. In the meme coin segment, Mu ranked 10th overall, ahead of MOG and the day's other top performing meme coins, Gotius Maximus. So Bitstamp lists Mu token. And this is crazy because Bitstamp, I mean, it is a solid central exchange, but it's not even like nothing too crazy. But the fact that this project made it to the big leagues now, right? Went from the Solana DeFi, where all of us could have bought Mu, right? Mu's been pumping. We've been talking about Mu for a while. Maybe not giving it the attention that it deserved, but I'm always acknowledging that the damn bubble on the crypto bubbles is up for the last month. I'm like, bro, Mu's up, Mu's up, Mu's up, you know? And you guys can see, obviously, JDM, we're going to pull up Roar right now. We actually were pulling it up yesterday. I know it's up over 20%. We're going to pull it up here in a second, bro. So with that being said, you know, we've been covering Mu here and there, obviously not giving it probably the attention it needs, but you guys could have been buying this, and I'm not saying, oh, you missed out or anything like that. I'm just saying, I'm telling you guys this because this is why you have the advantage on most people, right? Most people do not trade on DeFi. You think that because we're all in DeFi and we all talk DeFi all day, right, that everybody knows about DeFi. No, a lot of people don't know about DeFi. People that come up to me and talk about crypto, I'm like, hell yeah. Well, did you see this on Solana, the swap? They're like, the what? The swap? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Coinbase? And I'm like, no. You know, Jupiter Swap. You can swap Solana over and pick up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Robinhood? And I'm like, oh man. And then I try to explain it all, and you can see it just going like this, whew, flying over. I'm like, just tune in on the show, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just tune in on the show. Maybe I can explain a little bit more to you, but I don't think we have enough time. But the point of what I'm getting to is we, like, just like JDM's talking about Roar, and I always talk about NFK, and I've been talking about RTR and all these projects. I don't know about Roar, but I know NFK and RTR, they're not on central exchanges yet, right? These are the times where you can get on some of these projects. Yeah, they are risky, right? But I'm not telling you to do anything, not financial advice, but I'm just saying, you know, if you get your position in early, like Mu, like Bunk, like Dog with Hat, like Myro, you know, the list can keep going on and on and on about all these projects that have absolutely ripped. There was a time where Shiba was on Ethereum, I believe, right? I believe, yes, it was on Ethereum. You could buy it through MetaMask when it was at $1 million market cap. Stuff like this is what I'm talking about. This is why I always bring up when we talk about DeFi so much, because so much opportunity, guys, to make money. I think the hard part, and I'm right there with you, is freaking holding on, right? Holding on and waiting for that to happen. That's the hardest part, in my opinion, because some of these projects will do really well even through DeFi, and they're up a few 100%. And I'm itching. You guys know how I am. I'm up a few 100%, and I am itching to sell, right, to secure that bag. You know, so because I always tell you guys the same story about what I did with Shiba, right? And I wrote it up and wrote it down, and I vowed that I would never do that again. Well, with that being said, I always have that freaking just like ready to pounce mentality where it's like I'm up 70%. I'm like, should I secure this? And and it's rough. It really is rough. So I think there's two different, battles there. Getting in on some of these projects, trying to find the diamond in the rough, and also holding on and waiting for that thing to really explode, right? So let's see here. So meanwhile, Solana-based decentralized on-chain perpetual swap platform Drift Protocol also added support for Mu perpetual futures. Nice. What is this? Decentralized on-chain perpetual swap platform Drift Protocol. You hear that? You can actually trade leverage trading on Mu right now on Drift Protocol. I'm gonna have to check that out, guys. So the contract allows traders to leverage up to 4 times. This follows the launch of Mu's perps on Kawenta and Synthetics on the layer 2 chain layer 2 chain base that went live on October 22nd. I know I did not say those properly, so don't crucify me. The combination of the surging meme coins and the series of listings are what catalyzed the cat theme token spike to all-time highs. So that's awesome, guys. That is awesome. Let's see here. We'll leave that to where it is. Let me check the chat. So TJ said Billy is at a range low right now. We'll pull up Billy right now. Carlos, what's going on, brother? Troy said roar and NFK to the moon. Wow, y'all got him saying roar now? Holy crap. Ricky said I just need call to go to 1 billion so I can take a permanent vacation. Manny Fresh, what's going on, bro? JDM said the same thing happened to me last cycle. I wrote it up and down and not again, making the same mistakes this time around. Bro, you get like, I get not anxiety, but it's like almost like a, I'm trying to say like postpartum. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, so ever since I did that, because I always tell the story about me jumping in on Shiba right before it exploded, right? You know, I jumped in, threw some money, didn't throw a massive amount, but I threw in some money and I was up like 30x from where I was at, right? And I freaking did not sell, and I wrote it down. And by the time I sold, I actually looked at it the other day. I sold for only like a 2x, right? Giving up all those freaking gains, right? All those gains. And I was like, bro, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that again, right? So it's like I got to find a equilibrium where I'm trying to think where I get in good, right? And I hodl, and I don't sell too early. It's like this two battles that I have. Because like I said, since then, I just, you know, when I'm up, I'm like, bro, I want to secure this bag, because my theory is, and I always tell this, I preach it in the members only stream all the time, is securing the bag, because at the end of the day, if you run off with profits, depending, you know, regardless of what they are, you live to fight another day in crypto, right? And there's always going to be more opportunities, is what I always say. That's my philosophy, right? So with that being said, you know, when I'm up, you know, a good chunk, I like to take the profits, and I really don't kick myself when the project continues to move up for the most part. There's been a couple times, like with Fetch, you know, I bought in Fetch at 15 cents and it ran up to 3 something. I sold at like 60 cents. I was like, bro, why did you do that? Made 5x my money, right? But could have freaking like 20x it, right? ICP was buying in at $2.90. I sold it like $10 and it ran up to like $20, right? So a couple, and there's other things as well, but those are the big highlights from the bear market to the bull market that I basically gave up, you know. So like I said, I always say it's a struggle between them both. Let's see here. TJ said lots of whales are buying Billy. All right, let's pull back up some DeFi real quick, and we'll jump into the other article. So we were covering, we covered Roy, but I'll pull it back up just to talk about it. So I said, bro, you guys made an all-time high again, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's an all-time high. That looks like it. You guys ran up. I had to adjust the fib retracement. You guys made all-time highs last night or yesterday after the stream, or if this was today, I don't even know. It was today. So yeah, you guys made some all-time highs. It looks like you guys found support in between the 236 and the 382. Like I was saying, that 382 was like the line in the sand for you guys to keep that bullish momentum. And you guys definitely, like I said, didn't even need to come down to the 382. Found some support and actually ran up and made all-time highs. So that's dope. What you guys got going on right now is you broke above the 236. Perfect, right? Now you're coming up on this previous trend line, right? And it looks like you guys are coming on the trend line, finding it as some sort of resistance as of now. So definitely not a bad thing, right? Not a bad thing. You're above the 236. So I think if you guys can hold that 236, you might even need to come back and retest it and really get some solid support on the 236. And I think you guys will continue to make new highs. So definitely doesn't look bad. We can we'll fix the trend if we need to as we move on. But I mean, as far as the project, you guys are up 28% for the day, right? 28% for the day. Market cap looking solid at $6 million, and liquidity looks great at $300,000. So you guys are looking good as of now. Definitely a solid running up and making those all-time highs. So good job, brother. War is on 3 central exchanges. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. And if you're listen, if you guys are joining briefly and you're from the whole Roar squad, throw that Roar into the chat. So I know we got a bunch of you guys in here, and we appreciate you guys being here. We really do. And let's jump into Billy, because my boy said he said that whales are buying in on Billy right now as we speak. Flip, you in here, bro? Been awfully quiet, bro. Been awfully quiet lately. I'm trying to think. Is it Scrippy K? I'm going to call you K, all right? I'm just going to call you K because I don't know how to pronounce your name. What's up, Flip? I just want to make sure you're here because we're checking out Billy. K. So K asks. K said, I'm trying to make a coin for my economy class project. Any tips on growing the community? You know, one thing that when we have our own project, right? NFK. We're at like 60,000 market cap. I know nothing crazy, but we briefly broke above. We were close to $3 million market cap at a time, right? Started from zero, and how we ran it up so fast and so well was I have one of the best communities on all of YouTube, and I don't just say this, I mean it, right? As far as our no-FUD community, but really what I noticed helped was that a lot of us we did the Twitter raids. That helped a lot. We paid for a lot of marketing, you know, stuff like that. I mean, if you're just trying to come out and really you don't have the funds to do that, you know, I would just say really the free advertisement as far as like if you're big on Twitter or X, usually doing raids, tagging, you know, all the big crypto channels, you know, and doing all the good hashtags where people go to look up, you know, Bitcoin, crypto and stuff like that and just could stumble across a project. That always could be a plus. Right. And then if you have, you know, some kind of a following or some kind of a community around you, having them help you do those raids, have them help you do word of mouth in regards to just social media, TikTok, stuff like that. Those are avenues that we didn't necessarily get on TikTok yet, but stuff like that, I would say. You could always go the route. Not me personally, I don't do it, but you could always go the route and, you know, pay YouTubers to bring up your stuff, you know, your project. I don't do that because I don't want to shill any project other than our own, but we do cover projects, right? So I swear people keep texting me. They know I'm streaming. TJ said I got FET at 5 and 8 cents. All right, bro. You don't got to throw it in all our faces, all right, bro? Just kidding. Yeah, Moonshot, Moonshot is something new that's on Deck Screener. I'm not necessarily familiar with it, but I mean, you can always, like, you look at the top of the screen right here, and you can see all these projects that are trending on Solana right now, all are using Moonshot, right? Or they're all getting boosted or whatever the hell they have going on, right? I'm like old school DeFi, so I'm not too familiar. I know Moonshot basically collects all the liquidity and stuff like that and whatever the hell. You know, I think that and also when you do Moonshot, there's like, if we click into Moonshot, there's a page where it shows you all the brand new listings, right? That's also promotion. One thing I will tell you with the Deck Screener and starting a project is when you start it up, you're going to get those newbie gains, right? But I'm telling you right now, if you start your project and it has like $500 liquidity, you're not going to get, no one's going to take it serious, right? So when you start your project, when we started NFK, I had to throw in $10,000 into the project to just to start it off, right? And that's exactly what, you know, you're going to see a lot of these, when you see these projects that really take off, they start off with a lot more than 10,000 liquidity. They put in massive amount of money. You know, some of these projects, if they're, you know, solid project, they've already had funding back in them prior to launch, right? So, and you could always do a pre-launch as well. But I think pre-launches and stuff like that, if you don't have a big following and you're not like some big, you know, crypto space, I think the pre-launches are going to be pointless for just a normal person trying to launch a project. You have to also remember, on Solana particularly, thousands and thousands of projects are launched daily, right? Daily. So, I mean, it's diluted. It really is diluted. So you have to pick the perfect ecosystem, right? And, you really just have a game plan. It's like running a business. It really is. It's like running a business. And it seems like it's like, oh, it's so easy and stuff like that. But I will tell you, from experience that anybody can learn. It is kind of, it's not the easiest to drop a project. And I will tell you, it's, most projects drop and no one even knows about them. So, JDM, I got you, bro. I got you guys. Like I said, you guys have been nothing but pleasant and polite. So I definitely don't mind bringing up you guys' project. So, Billy, pulling up Billy real quick. So, right now, Flip always talks about Billy. He hasn't brought it up in a while, or in a little while, I feel like, but for right now, for Billy particularly, you can see that it's below a couple support levels, right? So right now, the next really support level that's now resistance is around this 37. So I will say, if you're looking to get in on Billy, I think I was talking to Flip about this in the member stream. I think Billy, I love the dog, right? The little doggy's probably like 2 years old now, but as far as like this project, the volume's still kicking ass, right? I was about to say, I don't know if it's so relevant anymore, but volume is still kicking ass in this project. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this project has another run up, just because, like I said, the freaking volume is at almost $4 million for the day, right? This project's been out for almost 5 months and it's still doing volume like this. Me and Flip talked about this plenty of times. And I said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. This was when we were back here and this was doing really well. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Billy one day or eventually gets listed on some kind of a central exchange if it can keep this momentum, right? So, like I said, volume absolutely ripping. Market cap 31.5 million, and liquidity right at that $3 million mark. One thing I want to show you guys. So remember RTR. See how this $31 million market cap, this project's killing it, right? Almost $4 million in volume. Liquidity, $2.7 million. RTR, $10 million market cap, $4 million in liquidity. That's what I just wanted to point out. I'm not comparing the projects. I'm just saying RTR has such a just crazy amount of liquidity that's in the project sitting there with such a small market cap. So... To be honest, Kay, about Moonshot, yeah, I know it helps with the liquidity, and I'm pretty sure like I said, I read into it when it first dropped like months ago, but I'm honestly unfamiliar with Moonshot as far as what it does with the liquidity. But I know it's like what it does when you use Moonshot is it actually pretty much helps the project. It makes the project look a little bit more legit, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it holds liquidity to a certain extent until it gets to a certain point, if I'm not mistaken. I really, like I said, I'm unfamiliar with Moonshot, particularly on how it works. So, like I said, I'm old school on DeFi. I drop a project and we run off a hype. Yep, so Billy not looking bad. Like I said, bro, right now, not financial advice, but if you are looking at Billy, not too bad. I would say if you had patience, if it does drop down to this 15 level, that would be a good spot for a bounce, right? And a good spot for some accumulation. So if you really look, historically speaking, in the channel that we're in right now, right, it's always been a good spot to really accumulate, in my opinion. So, where you're at right now, not a bad spot. Not a bad spot right now to accumulate. If this thing can trail down a little bit more, I would think that it would be putting you in a better position as far as accumulation, not financial advice, but just to be adding in or adding up on this project if you're long term on it. So, not too bad at all. Let's see here. Keep an eye on this RTR because I want to jump back in on it. Crow with Knives up 6%, nothing too crazy. Myro's been doing pretty damn good. It's up 14% for today. Manicki's up 14%. Where's all the Manicki people at? Flip, RBT, I don't know if you're still in here. I told you I put this on the watch list. It's up 20%. Have you get the gist of a lot of things other than Roaring Kitty that's killing it right now? Majority of the projects right now that are up like crazy are Solana projects, and it goes to because Solana is absolutely been ripping the last few days, right? So you're going to see whenever, like imagine when Ethereum starts going crazy again. You're going to see a lot of these Ethereum DeFi projects just start shooting up again. Usually when you see the native token or native coin go crazy, you're going to see all the tokens on the DeFi follow with it, and if not, do outperform it because the market caps are a lot smaller, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Kate, any kind of advertisement's going to be crazy. Bro, we spent like 10 grand, if not more, on just DEX, on just running DEX ads. The first time we ran a DEX ad, I was like, bro, we just dropped $1,000 on the ad, right? And I'm like, we're going to be running ads for a week. It ran for 12 hours. I'm not even lying. It was like, I think it was like 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember. It was like 6 hours and the ads were gone. Someone hit me up in the Discord. They're like, hey, are the ads over with? I'm like, no. And I go over and I look, I'm like, yes. I'm like, good God. They don't tell you how long the ads are going to run by. They just tell you, so you put like 1,000 in and it's like they're going to, it'll come across 25,000 users, right? So TJ said that Myro's killing it too. I got a bag of Luna Classic KASPA at the Lowe's Moon shots. Oh, okay. I was like, Moon Ahata? Ricky said if we close the month with a sarcastic close, Van Hella. All right. Ricky's pretty bullish. He's calling for the end of this month that we're going to be solid in the green. I mean, we're not looking bad. We're not looking bad at all whatsoever. Actually, this brings us to our next article real quick, guys. We won't go too far into it, but Bitcoin climbs 3% to retake 68,000 with Solana outperforming Ethereum, showing relative weakness. Let me turn my light down a little bit because this makes me look like I'm like... So cryptocurrencies rallied after a 3-day of modest downward action, with the CoinDesk 20 bouncing 2.7% in the last 24 hours. Solana's market cap dominance is approaching all-time highs at 3.7%. We don't ever check out Solana's dominance, but Solana actually carries almost 4% of the whole crypto space. Isn't that crazy? She's getting up there, guys. She really is. Ethereum really... I've been saying it, Ethereum, I mean, they need to just continue to keep moving forward and really focusing on continuing to have people building on their ecosystem because Solana is coming for them. Crypto-related stocks gained as well, with MicroStrategy jumping nearly 10% to a new 25-year high. Hell yeah. So cryptocurrencies rallied on Thursday, reversing what had been a slight downturn since Bitcoin's failed attempt to regain 70K very early on Monday. The CoinDesk 20, an index of top 20 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, excluding stablecoins and exchange coins, was up over 2.7% in the past 24 hours, with Uniswap and Bitcoin Cash leading the charge up, each gaining more than 5%. Bitcoin at press time was changing hands at 68,100, ahead of 2.9% over the past 24 hours. Ethereum continued to outperform Bitcoin and the broader market, gaining just 1.1% and touching a new 3.5-year low relative to the price of Bitcoin. Solana continued to outperform, rising 3% and marking new record high relative to Ethereum. And we checked out the comparison on charts for for Solana and Ethereum, and Solana's outperforming Ethereum. Bitcoin's outperforming Ethereum as of right now. It's like I said, it's getting a little worrisome. But you know what? Ethereum is strong and it does this stuff periodically, and out of nowhere, Ethereum will be like above 3K, or probably if like, let's say Bitcoin continues to stay at like over 68K and we start testing 69, 70K, Ethereum's going to break out. I really do think Ethereum's going to break out. Put it like this, if Ethereum came down right now, if Ethereum came down to like 1,500, I'd probably buy a few Ethereum. That's how confident I know that Ethereum's still going to be very relevant in this next, or not in this next, but in the top of this bull run when we get to it. And I think it's going to do well. Is it going to get to what some of these people were predicting just a year ago? Ethereum 20K? I don't think so. I do think that Solana is putting it to them as far as like taking, a lot of users from Ethereum over to Solana. But At the same time, like I said, you have to respect Ethereum. Ethereum's still number 2 altcoin, and Ethereum paved the way for projects like Solana to be where they're at, in my opinion. So Ethereum is now notably just over 25K, but below the max pain price, the level at which most options expire worthless. A $2,600 for Deerbit's options expiry on October the 25th. That's tomorrow. So Ether's troubles. Ethereum continues to languish behind Bitcoin and Solana in terms of performance. In the past month, Ether is down, sorry guys, 2.1%, while Bitcoin is up 7.4%, and Solana has added 18%. You see that? 18 friggin' percent. I think this is I quote, I think from a pure on-chain perspective, there has generally been an outperformance of network activity in both Bitcoin and Solana, vice versa Ethereum. Transaction count on Bitcoin has outpaced that of Ethereum, which tends to be highly correlated with the relative performance. Let's see here. Stronger on-chain capital inflows into Bitcoin rather than Ethereum. In this context, it's not so much of a weakness of Ethereum, but rather a strength of Bitcoin. And I mean, I agree with that as well. We already covered it. Bitcoin right now, it's Bitcoin dominance is freaking high right now. We're almost coming up to 58%. We'll pull up the chart right here. So I don't like this chart, but you guys can see. So basically on this chart right here, the blue is Bitcoin's dominance. The green is Ethereum. And if you guys can see, right, you can see that Ethereum's dominance has been going down and blue's been taking the void, right? That's blue is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's been taking taking massive space as far as dominance. Right now, sitting at around 57.8%. This technically, since this has been the highest Bitcoin's dominance has been since 2021, right? But like I said, we need to see this because Bitcoin's dominance brings confidence into the market, and you better believe that eventually all that, once Bitcoin, moves to its all-time highs and it does whatever it's going to do, a lot of those profits will move over to alts. And I don't think that Ethereum is going to miss out on any of that performance. So, like I said, not, ideal for anybody that's relatively looking for altcoin season to start tomorrow, but it will come. It will come. We're just got to let Bitcoin play itself out, because like I said, we need Bitcoin's dominance to come down into the 40%, the 40s percents. Like 45% is usually around where you can say, all right, we're in alts. We're in altcoin season. And then also market cap has to continue to move up as Bitcoin dominance drops. So, excuse me. Ricky said Solana's creeping up to 200 and everyone's like, that ain't nothing. Kay said, is Twitter and website good enough? I don't like Telegram really, but I see everyone using it. I mean, Telegram to me, like, if you like on Dex Screener, when you pay for your Dex Screener, you're gonna want to have a Telegram, but good luck monitoring that because it's gonna be just jammed up with scammers for the most part with crypto. So I mean, we had a Telegram and then I told we got rid of it. We got rid of it. So we have a website and Discord. That's pretty much it for our project. JDM said, I'm a little nervous on the Bitcoin pump. I hear people calling for another drop because of red money flow on the 2 to 3 day range, but it could also be a fake out. Yeah, bro. I will tell you, like yesterday, you guys remember yesterday's stream, I was trying to tell you guys, I'm not bearish, right? I was like, I'm short-term bearish just because we had seen this drop, and there's a lot of stuff going on ahead of us, right? We have the FOMC meeting coming up in 13 days from now, right? Though it's not going to be a bad meeting, we just tend to see volatility coming up towards that meeting, right? So you guys can see the market is pretty much priced in. 94.9% of the market is calling for that 25 basis point, right? I saw an article today. I should have saved it. Basically, a lot of analysts are saying that the Feds have no choice but to reduce interest rates another 25 basis point on this next meeting to save face, right? I told you guys they probably don't want to because that 50 basis point was a little bit aggressive, but they probably are going to go for another 25 basis points. And you know, it is what it is, right? And with that being said, that's going to probably pump the markets as well. But we don't know that's going to happen for a fact, right? And then take this scenario in. What if we see the Fed meeting come up and they end up just saying, you know what, we're going to pause? That actually would probably cause the markets to drop, because now we have 95% of investors thinking that we're going to see some kind of a reduction in interest rates. So, you know, I think up until running into that the FOMC meeting, we're going to see some volatility, right? And then we have the freaking elections coming up in literally like 12 or I think it's like 12 days now, right? Probably going to be volatility, right? Right? And then we just have other things that are going on right now that I was just saying, you know, as of yesterday, I'm not short-term or even long-term bearish. I'm just saying anything can happen. Right now, we're in such an environment that, you know, one day we could be running up to 70K and then something happens over in the Middle East, right? And now you're seeing a posture in the United States where we could be getting involved in something and you know, the markets take a crap. Maybe a certain candidate gets elected that everybody's not anticipating and they're not so pro-crypto, the markets take a crap, right? The Feds, we have a Fed meeting and they don't reduce interest rates this go around. We could see a reduction, or we could see, you know, the markets drop, you know? So there's a lot of uncertainties right now. I think the markets are running on that we're going to see a Fed meeting in decrease, right? Feds are the markets running on, if you're looking at the polls, that a certain candidate's going to win, right? That's, you know, that's been saying they're going to be pro-crypto. I think the markets are running on that, right? Certain little things right now, but at any moment, things can change, and you guys know how it goes. So that's why I always just try to give you guys the lowdown on just trying to be, you know, prepare. So Ricky said, I'm going to give you some financial advice, but what you can now, because the cheap prices are almost over. What are you talking about, Ricky? What are you talking about with us? X said, can you check out WGC, Wild Goat Coin, up and coming meme coin on Solana, Polygon, and Base? Looks bullish. Has it already dropped? So is this, I mean, I can see it's on Polygon, it's on Solana, it's on Base, but I can see like Base, the liquidity is low. Solana, the liquidity is relatively low. And then on Polygon, I mean, it's got $70,000 in liquidity. Looks like it's not doing bad on Polygon for sure. It's trending. It's been out for a month. What's up with only one rocket ship, bro? You guys got to get those rocket ships up. Only one rocket ship, bro? Just messing with you. Is that what Ricky said? Troy said he said buy NFK while it's cheap. All right, Ricky. Thank you for the financial advice, bro. That is advice, I will say. So for this project, I mean, running off of this very small chart, right? We don't really see too much. It's been running, right? It's been running for now. You know, this is a very new project, I will say. I don't know if a lot of us trade Polygon on here, though. That's the thing. I know it is on Solana, but the only thing with Solana is the liquidity was hella low. Troy, he said, what's NFK? Uh-oh. What is NFK? That's our native token, bro, for the channel. No FUD Koala. It's on Solana. You can check it out. Oh, this one's got 2 rockets. All right, you guys are moving. I mean, chart looks pretty much the same. The only thing is kind of no lock liquidity, right? I mean, I'm not here to judge or anything like that, but it's been out for 5 months, so it's been out for a while. I will say, I mean, I guess what we have to say is what we always say it for every project that's pumping, right? As long as it can hold that 236, I don't think it would be won't be doing too bad, right? You could see continuous upward movement. So you have the trend, right? You have the trend, and you're above the 236. So I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It looks like it's actually found support at the 236. So see if this holds. You could always come back tomorrow or this weekend, and we can pull this chart up and see where it's at. But I mean, the product doesn't look too bad. The fact that it's been out for 5 months gives me a little bit more, a little bit more, takes the ease off. Because if you were going to show me this project with these numbers and it's been out for a day, I'd be like, I don't know about that one. But it's been out for 5 months, so usually 5 months is pretty long for a DeFi project, right? So it's those projects that you have to watch out that have been out for like a day, not even a day, that are usually are, risky as hell. So no problem, brother. Like I said, come back this weekend or tomorrow. I will tell you guys, normally I'll have to see how tomorrow works out. Fridays are a little tough as far as streaming. So, but we do stream on Saturday and Sunday as well. So you can always come back and ask. We can always check out what's going on with the projects this weekend. So I think that's it, guys. Like I said, and to close everything off, I'm anticipating Bitcoin right now is going to probably stay around in this channel. So like I said, if you're marking this down on your charts, 66.4, has become obviously our support level, and then 69K has been a spot for some resistance, right? And 69K, I called this out before we even got anywhere near this, was going to be a big spot for resistance. This is our previous 2021 high, right? Even though we broke above it before, recently in this past year, we never have really found solid support above it. So it's going to be some big resistance for a while. When the day or the week, really the week that we find that it is bouncing off of 69,000, no Diddy on that one, just bouncing off the 69, that's when I'm going to tell you guys, listen, that is very bullish. Get ready. All-time highs about to be hitting, right? But until then, I think we're going to be trading around in this channel for now. So like I said, 69K is what we need to keep retesting to break. Hopefully Solana will keep running. Look at this. Solana absolutely ripping, bro. Hell yeah. That's what we want to see right there. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. All right, well, that's it. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in today. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. We will have our members stream this weekend as well. We'll cover some more plays that I have lined up, right? The last play I called hit 100% today, RTR. So definitely check it out. But other than that, guys, you guys have a safe, wonderful Thursday. It's the end of the week. Tomorrow's Friday, guys, so live it up. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys either tomorrow or we'll have a fun-filled weekend as well. So thank you. Have a great night, guys. See ya.